All I did was type in his name on Google, and a bunch of stuff comes up. Um, I mean, I don't even know what to say, Chris. Are we gonna have a fight on April 20th? You were there at the press conference. Um, I think a lot has happened since, just within the last week or so. A lot has happened. It seems like every day it's getting worse and worse. But let's begin there. You were there at the press conference. He had an extravagant arrival. He was on a horse. He had a lot of lady friends. The press conference itself, the confrontation, the face off was very intense. How was the atmosphere? I know there was a lot of people there, and were you able to kind of see any behind the scenes stuff being there in person?
Yeah, no. First of all, the atmosphere was great. A lot of fans out there waiting for hours. A lot of people showed up very early. I heard some people were there since 9 a.m. The first sign of trouble was that he did get there late. So I'm like, there you go, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney doing those kinds of things. But that was like the first sign that there was something off. Come the press conference, Gio. Obviously, you saw the ring entrance. Obviously, they're trying to really build this fight up. They have to build it up a little bit. He's not fighting a guy like Tank where it kind of sells itself. Nobody really knows outside of the boxing, fanatics who Devin Haney is. So you kind of have to push it. So at first, I thought they were doing this for the antics, but really quickly, like inside that press conference show, you start to see kind of Ryan Garcia unravel. So if you ask me, do I think that this fight that Ryan makes it to April 20th right now? I say no. I
Wow.
don't think it makes it, Gio.
Man, and you guys are watching the clip of his arrival there in LA. It looked a bit chaotic. Big Bro saying, quoting Henry Garcia, saying that he's trolling, but the wrong way. I did see a comment by his father writing that on one of the comments on Instagram. It seems like his brother wrote some stuff too. He said, "Pray for my brother, his ex-wife, his close family and friends." This part, Chris, I liked. I'm like, okay, like you said, someone has to sell this fight. Devin Haney doesn't really have a fan base. He doesn't really put people in seats. You need someone to do this part right here, the showmanship, right? Get people excited, get people talking. It went viral, Chris. They even posted this on your news station. Everybody was talking about it. You see it there. A little weird. He was getting carried in by his security or whatnot, but I like this part. I'm like, okay, cool. Now he's selling it. Now I'm a bit more interested. And then I guess after that, it all kind of went downhill. Now, talking about the press conference itself, he came out to a Diddy song. He made some references to Diddy. A lot of us obviously have heard about that situation. So he was sending some jabs. And then in the press conference itself, some pictures had circulated, some audio, some videos of him doing extracurricular activities that probably are looked down upon on, at least in today's era. We know everybody in the 80s and 90s, we know what they were on, Chris. But I guess for this era is something that people are not used to. So Devin Haney did bring it up, and let's go ahead and play this clip by B Hop reacting to Ryan Garcia admitting his alcohol and marijuana usage.
On a regular basis. Well, if it was not legal, I have a problem with it. But I think 90% of people in LA and New York are smoking some kind of marijuana or taking some kind of edibles. Saying that, I say that if that's what Ryan needs for Ryan at this moment, and it doesn't affect the rules and regulation of boxing and to his ability, then we're talking something different because he has an investment in himself and his family first, and we have an investment.
All right, so B-Hop trying to, excuse his fighter, his guy, of course, Golden Boy Promotion. He has to have his back. I know there's another clip too. If I get a chance, I'll play it. Where Oscar said, "Hey, this guy's he knows how to sell a fight. He's a genius." It seemed like they were trying to kind of sweep things under the rug and trying to tell us, "Hey, everything is fine." But it's gonna be very interesting, Chris, to see what their comments are if anything changes next time they speak in front of the cameras, because as I said, a lot has happened between then and now.
Yeah, of course, like you said, you as a promoter, they're doing damage control. You're supposed to say, like he's being real, he's being
First of all,
he's being open. But come on, it's Bernard Hopkins, it's Oscar de la Hoya. These guys are Hall of Famers, world champions. In their heyday, they were extremely disciplined, especially Bernard Hopkins. So behind closed doors, they're going like, man, what is up with this kid?
Yeah, man, and look, what you guys are seeing here on your screen, I'm gonna just go ahead and read some of the stuff that just pops up on Google. I'm sure you guys have seen or read some of the tweets, some of the stuff going on, some of the videos. He's saying he got hacked and he got attacked. I don't know, man. Look, I'm gonna just go ahead and read some of the headlines here. Ryan Garcia's ex-wife expresses alarm over him. He is not fine, she says. Let's see. Ryan says he lost access to phone, credit cards. He says he's not dead. On an audio that leaked today, he was talking to Andrew Tate. You guys see it there. It says they tied me down and made me watch little kids get abused. He's other headlines saying just Ryan saying that he's okay. Him claiming that elites tied him down, forced him to watch this crazy stuff in Bohemian Grove, like a bunch of crazy stuff. Jake Paul roasting him. Man, it's all over the place, Chris. And I think the big question right now is, will we get a fight April 20th? We're going to go ahead and create a poll, Chris. We can talk about it, about the results next week. But give us your thoughts. I at first thought it was just trolling. I thought this guy's trying to sell the fight. Now I'm not so sure, but yes or no, will Ryan Garcia be fighting Devin Haney? We know our boy Arnold Barboza is ready. He's next in line. They have that plan B, it seems like. But will Ryan Garcia step onto that ring against Devin Haney April 20th in New York?
No, this is the first time that I see this Andrew Tate comments, and if I didn't think Brian was off the rails a little bit, like already, that kind of cements it. Like that's just bizarre, outlandish, you know, things that he's putting out there. And again, Joe, you know that we're fans of Ryan Garcia. We know that he has star power. He's a good fighter. He's got a heck of a left hook. Uh, he's he's got everything to be a superstar in the sport. But yeah, some things are just not going. There's some things off, in his mind. And I know people talk about this mental health narrative, but he's doing some stuff, man. Honestly, like he's doing some stuff where he's not right in the mind. And like people have said it before, this is a dangerous sport. You don't just walk into the sport or into a fight if you're not 100% clear headed. So yeah, I don't see him making it to April 20th. It's in doubt if this fight even gets pushed back if he makes it to that. I think he needs a chicken somewhere, and I say that with all due respect, wishing nothing but the best for Ryan. But yeah, I don't see him right now making it to April 20th, and it's probably the best thing that he doesn't. Like you mentioned, and how we saw at the press conference, that Arnold Barboza raised his hand and he said, like, "Hey, put me in, coach. I'm here if this fight falls through." So, I think I'm a little surprised. First of all, I was a little surprised that they brought an Arnold Barboza there. I feel like Oscar de la Hoya and Golden Boy they kind of anticipated this, and they probably put it Arnold there so people wouldn't, say, where did this guy come from? I think they've already kind of teased it. So yeah, again, this would be a blessing for our boy Arnold Barboza. We know how much he struggled with his previous promoter, and now we see him like just inches away from these mega fights. So if this fight falls through and Arnold is to get the fight, then that would be a blessing in disguise for Ryan. Honestly, to get in a fight with the top 5 lightweights, you got to be 100%.
All right, now I've heard that narrative that they're kind of preparing for it, and that's why Arnold was there at the press conference. I just think Arnold is from LA, so it makes sense to have him there. They've been pushing him. He's been on the radio. He's been Power 106. He's doing all these interviews. So I think that was just Golden Boy trying to push his name out there. I don't think it was because of this. I don't think they anticipated this. Big Bro says Shakur said he's willing to jump in, rather see that fight. But look, man, to me, Ryan Garcia turned into Julio Cesar Chavez within a week. Crazy to see, right? I think, I hope he's okay to fight.
Chavez Jr. or Chavez Sr.?
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Sorry if I left that part out. Can't compare him to the legend, but he turned into Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. within a week. I hope he's okay to fight. I think he'll make it. I think there's a lot of money on the line. I wouldn't be surprised if he fights. However, I think he gets stopped. I think he gets stopped by pillow hands, Haney, Chris. At this rate, look, this guy's spending all day on the internet. The more time you spend on the internet, the less time you're spending in the gym, training, preparing, watching video, eating right, being healthy. This guy's spending all day on the internet, man. This guy's not preparing. But look, we know Haney can't punch. He might just get a stoppage, Chris. He might just get a stoppage.